On the night of December 2nd, 1984, in the heart of India, an unimaginable tragedy unfolded that would leave scars on thousands and echo through the decades. This is the story of the Bhopal gas tragedy, one of the world's deadliest industrial disasters. It all began with a factory run by Union Carbide, an American company set up in Bhopal to produce pesticides. The factory manufactured a toxic chemical called methyl isocyanate, or MIC, which would later turn out to be the villain of this story. As the clock struck past midnight on December 3rd, a toxic cloud began leaking from a storage tank in the Union Carbide plant. Nearly 40 tons of MIC gas silently crept out, engulfing the sleeping city. Many awoke in panic, experiencing a burning sensation in their eyes and throat, gasping for breath. Within hours, the effects of the gas had taken an unbearable toll. People ran through the dark streets, their lungs and eyes burning from the toxic fumes. Hospitals quickly overflowed, but doctors had little idea how to treat the mysterious poison. Tragically, thousands lost their lives within the first few hours. The death toll was staggering. Officially, over 3,000 people died immediately from the effects of the gas, but unofficial estimates suggest that the real number was far higher, upwards of 10,000 in the initial days and weeks. The gas left lasting effects, with tens of thousands suffering from chronic illnesses, blindness, respiratory disorders, and genetic deformities that would be passed down to future generations. Survivors recall the horror of that night vividly. Many of them and their children continue to face health issues even today, nearly 4 decades later. Bhopal has become a city marked by trauma, where reminders of the tragedy are still a part of daily life. What went wrong? Investigations revealed a tale of negligence and cost-cutting. Safety protocols were poorly maintained, and safety systems were either turned off or malfunctioning at the time of the leak. This included vital cooling and venting systems that could have contained the gas leak. In the pursuit of profits, corners were cut and maintenance of critical equipment was ignored. The company was accused of ignoring safety standards, failing to train employees adequately, and prioritizing profits over people's lives. But Union Carbide wasn't the only one in question. Many asked whether local authorities should have imposed stricter regulations to safeguard public health. Legal battles followed, both in India and the United States. In 1989, Union Carbide and the Indian government reached a settlement of $470 million, an amount that many argued was woefully inadequate for the scale of human suffering. While the company claimed it was enough, survivors and activists felt betrayed. To this day, survivors and their families continue to demand accountability and better compensation. The efforts to hold those responsible accountable have faced many legal and bureaucratic challenges, and much of the affected population still feels that justice has not been served. The Bhopal gas tragedy changed the way the world thinks about industrial safety and environmental responsibility. New policies and stringent safety laws were introduced globally to prevent such a disaster from happening again. It served as a powerful reminder of the potential consequences of negligence. Yet, the people of Bhopal continue to live with the memories and the scars. Each year, vigils are held in memory of those who lost their lives. The tragedy serves as a somber reminder, a call to keep asking hard questions about safety, responsibility, and the true cost of industrial growth. The Bhopal gas tragedy is more than just a story of a single night. It's a chapter in history that urges us to rethink our priorities and remember the value of human life above all else. May we never forget the lives lost, the lessons learned, and the need for justice still unfulfilled. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, consider sharing it to keep the memory of Bhopal alive. Let's keep the lessons of this tragedy in mind so that such a disaster is never repeated.